Here's another example of how the King James corrects the Greek. Now in 2 Timothy 2:15, very well known verse, it says, "Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." Now we're supposed to study, we're supposed to be approved unto God, not men, not following these apostate professors that don't believe the book. We should be approved unto God. We should be a workman with the knowledge we get. In other words, go out and try to win some people to the Lord. Do something for God. Don't just sit there and get your PhDs and try to impress everybody. Be a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. A lot of these guys ought to be ashamed of themselves, and you should rightly divide the word of truth. And I don't even want, I could do a whole video on that. However, new Bibles, including the New King James, say be diligent, something along the lines of be diligent to present yourself approved unto God. They take out the word study. The King James says study. It's the only command, direct command in the Bible to study the Bible. Now, reason being, the Greek word here for study is spoudazo, which is usually translated as being diligent in some form or fashion. So they go, oh, well, King James is wrong to put study. It's supposed to be diligent. You know, be diligent. Well, here's the thing. Spoudazo, notice the P-O-U in there. That is the root of the word. Spoudazo comes from the word paus, which is like a foot, like an octopus. You think about an octopus, what does that mean? It means 8-footed. That's where the word comes from. You think about a podiatrist, that is a foot doctor. Okay, so the root of the word spoudazo is paus, which means foot. Now in Greek and other writings, spoudazo is used as an idiom for studying. An idiom is an expression or a way of saying something. It's not literal, it's an expression. Now notice what Paul says in Acts 22:3. He says in the middle of the verse, brought up in this city at the feet of Gamaliel and taught. At his feet, paus. In other words, he wasn't literally scraping at his feet. It means he studied under him. And that's why the King James says, study to show thyself approved unto God. And if these jerks with these new Bibles were actually studying, they would know that.